Hello guys, welcome to Stoichkov'S Expendables, the weekly series that we do on this channel. If you're new to the channel, you can check the rules of the series down in the description. And if you like the concept of it, and if you want to support the channel, you can drop a quick sub. And with that out the way, let's just jump into the squad building aspect of the video. So first off, we're gonna start with the rest of the strike force. Obviously we have Stoichkov in at the right wing position, so moving over to the striker is a player that we didn't actually pack, but we did do his SBC. It's Eintracht Frankfurt striker, Rafael Borre. He looks to be a decent player, to be honest with you, and we are going to try him out. Moving over to the left winger position, we have a player that we have used before, not on this series, but I've used personally before. That's Liverpool's Darwin Núñez.
Darwin Núñez, he came from Benfica to the Big Red.
So that's the strike force done. To be honest, it looks pretty decent. Let's check out now the midfield. So moving over to the left center mid position, we have a player that I've mentioned I'm going to use in the last video, and that's Paul Pogba's flashback card. We're actually going to do a separate review on this card, which we are going to post on Friday this week at around 5 PM. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Partnering up Pogba is another player that we've mentioned that we're going to use, and that's Gundogan's Moments card, who again looks to be a decent player. And completing the trio of center mids, we have a player that's there mainly for chemistry reasons, but he does look to be like a decent cheap player, and that's Weston McKennie. Overall, to be honest, I am happy with the midfield. It does look quite solid. But now we're gonna move on to potentially the best area of the team, and that is the defense. So moving over to the defense, we're going to put the obvious players for the people that watched the previous episode, and that's Trap's red card that we got, and we have another red pick here, and that is Matthijs de Ligt. And partnering up de Ligt in the left center back position, it's the team of the year icon that's mentioned in the title of the video, and that's Nemanja Vidic. We have used Vidic for a few games beforehand, and he does look to be a bit of a beast. Obviously, this is going to be the first test in the weekend league, and similar to Pogba, we are going to do a separate review on him, which most probably we're going to be posting around Sunday. So again, stay tuned for that. Next to Vidic, we have another Team of the Year icon, and that is Ashley Cole. And if you haven't seen the picture that I've posted on YouTube, we actually packed Cole and Vidic in the same pack. And that's the pack that you get the Future Stars token. And yeah, that's was quite a good pack for me. And completing the defense, we have a Liverpool player that it's usually a center back, but we are going to play him at right back for chemistry reason, and that's Joe Gomez. So the team is complete. Most of the players are on 2 or 3 chemistry, which I'm absolutely fine with. Let's move on over to the subs. So the first sub that we are going to use is a player that we haven't actually packed, but we did do his SPC similar to Borre, and that's Ferran Jutgla from Cercle Bruges. I don't believe that we will ever pack his normal card, so why not use the SPC as a super sub? So next to Ferran, we have a player that's I don't think that we have used before, but looks to be like quite a decent player. We have the Road to the World Cup Dries Mertens, and next to Mertens we have 3 Team of the Week players actually, and the first one is going to be Torreira. Next to Torreira, we have a really decent right wing back, and that's Pedro Porro, who we can even use as a CM. And completing the last sub spot is going to be Wimmer from Wolfsburg. He does have 92 pace, so I'm pretty sure that he's going to be quite useful. So that's the full team and the substitutes done. We have Van Bronckhorst at the manager spot for chemistry reasons. And now let's jump onto the wheel to check what formation that we're gonna use this team in. So here is the wheel with all the formations in FIFA. Let's give it a quick spin and let's see what it will land on. Please be a good formation. And we have the 4-3-1-2, I think, or no. We actually move over to the 4-3-2-1, which I've seen that a lot of players say that it's one of the best formations in the game. So I'm going to set up now the custom tactics and the way that the team will line up, and I'll be right back with you in just a second. So I've set up the custom tactics and how the team lines up. So Here it is. Stoichkov is in the striker position. We have Nunes and Borre in at the left forward and right forward position. In midfield, we have McKennie, Pogba and Gundogan. And in at the defense, we have Cole, Vidic, De Ligt, Gomez and Trapp in goal. If you want to see the custom tactics, I'll be posting a YouTube short with those after we've completed the games. And with all that out the way, let's just jump into some gameplay. Okay, so let's see our first opponent's team. He's called Samurai and he has a Samurai badge. As Donnarumma, Van Dijk, Konate. He has this 90 Vieira with... he has Pogba as well and goal Mbappe. Okay, so that's a decent team. Let's see how we'll perform against him. Okay, I think we should move Pogba in at the centre-back slot. And we concede here. Smolarek manages to outpace both our centre-backs. And that's a bad start to the game. Let's see whether we can turn this around though. McKennie to Nunes. Nunes back to Stoichkov. Stoichkov to Nunes. Nunes with his first chance. Decent dribbling, near post shot, and it goes in. We managed to equalize with Darwin Nunes. And let's switch Pogba and McKennie around since Pogba doesn't seem to be involved that much. And I think McKennie will do a good job in the central midfield spot. He's gonna pass it back. No, he doesn't. And okay, that was a really easy goal to concede. None of my centre backs were in position. We tried to take the lift and put him in position, but that didn't happen the way that we planned, and we're 2-1 down. Nunes to Stoichkov. Stoichkov with a nice shot and a nice goal. So we're 2-2, courtesy of Stoichkov. We're back in the game. Let's see whether we could turn it around. Good tackle by McKennie. Decent pass to Nunes as well. Let's see, Stoichkov is free. Good pass to Stoichkov. He's gonna try to cover us with Van Dijk. Ooh, decent skill move here. I'm gonna pass it to Borre. Borre with a shot, and that's 3-2. We take the lead. An assist by Stoichkov, a goal by Borre, and 3-2. I think he'll have the last attack here, but Torreira with a really nice tackle, and I think that should be game over. We have Ashley Cole to Stoichkov. Stoichkov with a cross, gets blocked, and we end the first game with a win, 3-2. We managed to turn the game around after losing 2-1 at halftime. That's a decent start to the game and to the weekend league, and let's move on to the next game. Okay, so let's see our next opponent's team. He has the St. Johnston badge. He has Milinkovic, Savic in goal, Mascherano, Danilo. Has Base Van Persie, I think that is. Overall, a decent team. Nothing too spectacular, but he could be quite a decent player. Let's see. I'm gonna attempt to get the ball here though. We don't. He has Smolarek and he manages to pass it to Van Persie, who I don't know how managed to keep the ball between De Ligt and Vidic, which was a bit lucky, but anyway, he manages to take the lead here 1-0. Gundogan, McKennie. McKennie to Nunes. Nunes. We turn here. We pass it to Borre, and Borre manages to finish. That's a decent pass by Nunes and a decent finish by Borre, and we're 1-1. Okay, can we stop Smolarek here? We do, with Stoichkov of all people. We have Gundogan. Who passes it off to Borre. A bit luckily, Borre receives it, but passes it to Nunes. And Nunes' first time shot goes in, but he's offside. And we concede. We try to move the keeper there. We managed to lose the ball in the key area in midfield. And Van Persie with a nice finish. Pogba to Nunes. Nunes back to Stoichkov. Stoichkov does well here. We're gonna pass it back to Nunes. First time shot by Nunes goes in. And just like that, we managed to equalize straight away. And it's 2-2. Okay. Van Persie turns well, and Van Persie completes his hat-trick. What a game. 5 goals in the first half, and it's not even over yet. Okay. Vidic to De Ligt, of all people, and what a goal. What a combination. My two centre-backs managed to pass between each other, and what a finish by De Ligt. Okay, well, Vidic got an assist there. That's nice. 3-3. Okay, he has Rabiot here. He almost got the ball. Gonna pass it back to Rabiot. He's in some space here. We need to cover the pass. Rabiot manages to shoot. I don't know what was that. It's Trapp manages to save, but it went back straight to Rabiot, which normally is almost impossible to happen, but it happened to us there, and it's 4-3. He's keeping up quite well. We're waiting for Nunes. We pass it over to him. He manages to pass it to Pogba, and Pogba with a really nice shot, and we managed to equalize 4-4. That was a decent attack. Gomez to Borre to Gundogan. Gundogan to... What a pass to Nunes. Nunes with a finesse shot, and we take the lead here. 5-4. 57th minute. Goal by Darwin Nunes.
He came from Benfica to the big
Okay, he didn't intercept here, and he manages to equalize with Bell. That's bad defending by us. And yeah, it's 5-5. That should be offside, I think. Or did we cover it? Yeah, I think we did cover it. And Tammy Abraham manages to score. So he's up 6-5. Try to pass, doesn't work. We're gonna go ultra attacking. We don't have any other choice. With Mertens to Ferran, to Stoichkov here. Stoichkov, we're gonna pass it back to Wimmer. Wimmer with a shot, and we managed to equalize just before the end of the first half of extra time, and that's 6-6. Ran to Stoichkov, Stoichkov to Torreira. We have here Wimmer. Oh, that's actually Mertens, and Mertens managed to finish near post with his weak foot, and we take the lead here, 7-6. We try to keep it, but there's nobody to pass it to. And I think Tammy Abraham's onside again, and he manages to score in the 119th minute to make it 7-7, so I think this is pretty much destined to go to penalties. So we go to penalties. We didn't manage to score a goal later on, so let's see whether we can actually win this on a penalty shootout. He has smaller rig here. Can we save this? And we do actually. First penalty saved by Trapp. Can we score here with Stoichkov? And we do, straight down the middle. Okay, has here Gareth Bale. Let's see. Ooh, we guessed the right way, but we dived a bit late. Okay, we have here Pogba. Okay, let's see whether we can guess the way that we go.
2 hours later.
I think he did, but he didn't dive. He only moved his keeper. And we take the lead here. Can we save another penalty? Oh, okay. I haven't seen a penalty miss like this in a while, so can we score here with Mertens? Just to make it 3-1, and yeah, we do. Okay, I think if we save this, it's game over. Let's see, I think he's gonna go in the middle. He doesn't. Okay, so now we have the chance to end this. Okay, will we do it? Let's see. Ashley Cole. And yeah, we do. Okay, we win this on a penalty shootout 4-2, so the penalties were less than the goals. 14 goals scored in the game, whereas the penalties were only 6. But it doesn't really matter. What matters is we got our 3rd win in a row. So let's just jump on to the next game and let's see whether we could continue with our winning streak. So guys, currently we're at 5 wins and 2 losses. We lost 2 out of our last 3 games, so we're hoping to get to winning ways here. So our next opponent has a pretty decent team overall. So let's see how we're gonna do against him. Pogba here to Gundogan, Gundogan to Boré, Boré to Stoichkov. Can Stoichkov get a shot off? He does, and we take the lead here 1-0. So this has been a pretty tough game, pretty even. We managed to take the lead, which is really nice. Let's see whether we could hold it and build on it. Okay, we're gonna pass it here to Pogba, Pogba to Nunes. Can we get a final attack off here? We have Nunes here near post, and Nunes manages to score, and we're 2-0 up just before halftime, which is nice to see. So pretty much if we score one more goal, I think this game will be over.
Very false.
Okay, he has here Neymar. Basically what happened is he put on the pressure after possession loss or constant pressure, and he immediately got results. We really need to do better against pressure players, and I think we'll just do what we need to do in order to get the game here. It's a tough game, 2-1. I think he's getting up as well, so we managed to hold him off. We did finish a tough game with a win, which is nice to see. So currently we're at 6-2. So let's just jump on to the next game and let's see how we'll finish the first 10. So guys, after 10 games we're at 8 wins and 2 losses, which is a pretty good start to the weekend league. Can we keep this momentum going and can we get a higher rank? You'll find that out in the next episode, which will be out on Wednesday at 5 PM UK time. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel with the bell notifications turned on in order not to miss it. And I'll see you guys then. Stay safe. Goodbye.